Hi, ladies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Desa Priska, and this is Faith with Femininity. Have you ever wondered why you find some ladies so attractive? Like, have you ever wondered why you find some women so unique? Whether it's in reality or on social media, there are just some women that you see and you're just attracted to them. Like, you just find the way they act, the way they carry themselves, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they show kindness, their gentility, their classiness. You just find like these different traits unique. And sometimes you don't even know why you're attracted to them. Sometimes you can't even pinpoint exactly why you find these women so attractive. You can't pinpoint exactly why you're so drawn to these women, drawn to their pages. Well, after some deep research, I have been able to discover seven enchanting qualities of a feminine woman. So last week we were able to talk about what is femininity, and we were able to discuss the ideal version of a feminine woman. And we took some deep dive into femininity. But today we are going to be talking about qualities that make a feminine woman a feminine woman. But before we proceed, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can get information on when next I upload a video. So, like we talked about femininity last week, we said, just a quick recap, we said femininity means nurturing, it means caring, it means, gentility, grace, poise, class. But today we're going to be talking about qualities of a feminine woman. Now, there are definitely women in our day and age that we consider feminine. There are women we see on a daily basis and we're just like, you know, this woman is grace. She carries poise. There's something so beautiful about her. For me, one of those women is Melania Trump. I was very well attracted to that woman the first time I saw her on stage, on during especially during this Donald Trump campaign. I was just so attracted to her, the way she dressed, the way she talked, the way she carried herself. It was just something I was so attracted to. Another woman like that would definitely be Dakota Johnson. That woman, the way she speaks is just soft, so gentle, so feminine. So, it just makes you giddy inside. And definitely my all-time favorite is definitely Hailey Bieber because that woman is just she's like a little light in, this world that we live in. And if there's anything I have noticed in these women is that they all have feminine traits that I want. They all have feminine qualities that I want to embody. And so we're going to be talking about these feminine qualities. Don't go anywhere. The first quality of a feminine woman is gentleness. And whenever you hear gentleness, you hear calmness, you hear serenity, you hear peace. And in as much as it sounds like something that is so easy, it is so difficult. Because in a world that is filled with so much noise, you just want to adapt to that noise and you just want to scream alongside these people. You want to just, you want to be part of the noise of the world. I don't even know how to explain that. But sometimes you have to take the time to be calm. Sometimes you have to take the time to be, you know, serene. You have to rest. You have to have peace. Gentleness can also be associated with kindness. It can be associated with compassion and consideration for the others. We're not just talking about being a gentle person in, in like randomly someone sees you, oh, that girl is so gentle, she keeps to herself. No, we're talking about gentleness in terms of showing kindness, in terms of showing compassion, in terms of showing consideration for others, putting yourself in other people's situation. And the verse that I'm going to be using today is Proverbs 31:26. And I'm just going to put that on the screen. I'm using my tab again. Proverbs 31, 26. And it says, she speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She speaks with wisdom. A feminine woman speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. Let's like rephrase that. Messages Bible would say. By the way, I read from NIV, but Messages would say when she speaks, she has something worthwhile to say, and she says it kindly. A gentle woman is a kind woman. She's a woman that puts herself in situations where others look at people and they're like, you know what, whatever. No, our world is filled with selfish people, but no, not a feminine woman. A feminine woman is a gentle woman. The second quality of a feminine woman is modesty. And modesty demonstrates humility, discretion with your words and action. I am of the firm belief that a modest woman or a feminine woman is a woman who doesn't curse. When I was 19 years old, I think when I was 19, I told myself that I was going to ensure that I stopped cursing. Because you watch a lot of people curse in their movies, in their dramas, and you just want to be a part of the society. You just want to be a part of a society that any little thing someone says, you use the S word, you use the F word, you're just like, this is a way to show I'm angry. But I realized soon enough that royal women associated with royalty, do not use offensive languages. Women that wanted to go so far in life don't use languages that are disgusting. That's how I'll call it. Like languages that don't emphasize femininity. If you have something to say, you communicate it without cursing. A modest woman doesn't curse. She avoids seeking attention. A lot of women nowadays, one thing that is so part of our society is the need to dress to impress. The need to dress so that people will realize that I'm dressing, I'm looking good. But a royal woman, a woman of femininity, a woman who is feminine, will not dress to seek attention. Instead of dressing to seek attention, she would dress to glorify God. She would dress to bring God glory. And this is something that a lot of women in our days are finding very hard and very difficult to do. The third quality of a feminine woman is submission. And honestly, submission is a very controversial topic. Submission is it's a topic that we don't like to talk about a lot. And I feel like I should make a whole video on submission. But a feminine woman is a submissive woman. Now, don't get me wrong, like for those of us who are not married, not submissive in the sense of submitting to our husbands, but submissive in the sense of submitting to authority. There are people, there are pastors, there are teachers, there are preachers, there are elders that God has placed in our lives to teach us, to guide us in the way of life. And we are supposed to submit to their teaching. If you go to a church, you're supposed to submit to the teaching of your pastor as far as it's in line with the gospel, as far as it's in line with the scriptures. That's what submission means for a young woman who is not yet married. But for a woman who is married, you're talking about submission to your husband who is in authority over your life. God makes the man the head while we are, that's how the whole thing goes. Man, woman. In fact, we're going to have to make a whole different topic. We're going to have to make a whole different video on submission. The fourth thing is domesticity. And domesticity is just the ability to manage your home, the ability to care for your family with love and diligence. As feminine women, we are women of care. We are nurturers. We take care wherever we see, whatever we have, we are able to care for it in a very unique and very nurturing way. And as women that are feminine, or as women that are aiming to be feminine, we are nurturers. We're supposed to care for our families. We're supposed to take care of our siblings, not in a way that overwhelms us, but in a way where we are able to at least lend a hand to people, are able to lend a hand to family, to relatives when they are in need of help. The fifth quality of a feminine woman is hospitality, and that is I think that also goes along with domesticity, ability to show kindness, generosity to people when they need it. You don't see a person on the street who needs help and you don't offer help. You don't see someone, a friend of yours, who needs some money and you don't. If you have, you borrow. You borrow them. If you know you can't afford to leave it for them, borrow them. If they need something, they need something to eat, something to wear, something you are able to give out. That is who a feminine woman is. Feminine women are hospitable women. They are women that when you come into their homes, when you come into their rooms, when you come into their life, you feel welcome, you feel comfortable because they've made the atmosphere comfortable. The sixth quality of a feminine woman is wisdom. And wisdom is a very, very important thing. The Bible says wisdom is the principal thing, is a principal thing. That means it's so important. And I believe a feminine woman is a wise woman. She's a woman who is able to read the room. She's a woman who is able to make decisions guided by God. A feminine woman seeks and applies God's wisdom in her life. The Bible verse here is James 1:5. I'll put it on the screen. A feminine woman seeks God's wisdom. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him and He will direct your path." A woman who is feminine seeks to apply God's wisdom in every area of her life. Things she doesn't understand, she asks God, "Oh, please guide me, teach me, direct me, help me to realize what I'm making a mistake in, help me to make decisions that will benefit not just me, but my future, my family, my friends." That is a feminine woman. And the seventh quality of a feminine woman is faithfulness. I feel all of them are intertwined. Femininity is intertwined. Faithfulness demonstrates loyalty. Loyalty to the family, loyalty to friends, loyalty to your work, loyalty to your home. That's commitment to God and others. A faithful woman is a woman that is able to keep her promise, a woman that is able to protect, provide. She's able to commit to a job, commit to a work, commit to what's now? Commit to a job, commit to work, commit to her family, commit to her husband, and see it through. She's not a woman who does things haphazardly. She's a woman that is able to multitask. That is a feminine woman. And I am for you to be a feminine woman, for you to be a woman of faithfulness, you must prioritize your relationship with God. I feel like everything femininity boils down to God because God is the creator of us, both male and female. So if you want to be a feminine woman, if you want to embrace your feminine energy, if you want to embrace your femininity, if you want to embrace your God-given beauty, your inner beauty, you must prioritize your relationship with God. Because if you are so caught up in the reality of things, you tend to want to stay away or cut yourself off from things that are feminine, because reality wants us to be like, life wants us to be masculine, society wants us to take on more masculine roles. It wants us to leave our femininity because it sees it as weakness, but God created us male and female for a reason. He created Eve a helpmate to Adam, and that means she was to embrace her femininity because her femininity is what gave her strength. So for you to be a feminine woman, you must prioritize your relationship with God, with family, with friends. I do believe that this journey to becoming a more feminine woman is not easy, but it has its rewards. It has its stress, but it also has its rewards. And so we are supposed to realize that every step we take is helping us build something beautiful and something profitable for our future. So that is all for today on the seven qualities of a feminine woman. I hope you learned something, and make sure you come back next time. Take care. Bye.